Patreon member shoutout. Очень сложно скрыть твои повадки. Очень трудно скрыть моя страдания. Очень неприличное желание. Мальчики, будь со мной понаглей. От стыда не красней. Мальчики. Hey guys, how's it going? It is I, the real Randy Chavez. I'm coming at you today with a Veve Omi update video. And Immutable X, guys, if you're new, welcome. If you're not, welcome back. I love y'all. I would say hello to Dashi. Hello, Dashi. We love you. Okay, so we do have a little bit to go over today. I don't know where to start. I guess I'll start with one of the most recent newses first. We are learning today. We do have a heads up from Akomi, a tweet saying Bitmart Exchange has some scheduled maintenance upgrades planned this week. So from 2 a.m. to 4 a.m. on 28 April, all services, including web, app, API, will be temporarily suspended at that time. It seems like it's just for a few hours. Hopefully it doesn't take too much longer than that. Other projects, I have a interview with Legends of Atlantis. Not for me to interview to work for them, just they are a lost city elevated as a breathtaking metaverse, a world where exploration and fantasy reign. Totally going to see what they're about and see if they could go and, hey, would you guys ever be interested in implementing Omi? And the reason why I say this is because, we had that update video, which nobody was expecting that update video. And in that, I seemed very confident that not just the games that we heard about, the Fish and the Epico Regal and the third game that we don't know what it is, they seem pretty confident that there's going to be more games that are going to implement that. And it makes sense because I've posted on Twitter before that any new startup would probably be successful if they just used Omi as their utility token. And why? Well, if you have a startup, things can go, you could have everything right and you could have your own token and it just doesn't take. It just doesn't. It's much better to try to go and say, oh, hey, there's already a huge, massive cult following of this coin and of the people that, made this coin and the app. We should try to be able to tap into that. So it just makes sense that any startup could do that. So I'm going to totally ask Legends of Atlantis if they want to do that as well. On the Veve update, we had this guy called the Modern Investor. Got 225,000 subscribers. Has mentioned Veve on his videos before, saying, quote, "I'm liking all these constant updates. It's good to get transparency from the company more often," end quote. And I don't know how closely he was paying attention because this is actually a step back. They were doing AMAs every other week. It was pretty nuts. I like that it's less than it was, and I do think less is more. So I actually don't agree with him, but the fact that he is commenting and he is, on their videos and paying attention at least a little bit, I am very bullish on. I am trying to get him on the podcast. Let's see where that goes. One of the major bullish things that I had seen was all the Star Wars stuff that's coming out, which was not, maybe one or two things were there last time, but there's a bunch of Star Wars things there this time. Kind of took out the stuff that we got last month, or this month, that was in there last month. And now this month, maybe it's a preview to come, and one of the previews on that bottom right corner is a PSA slabbed Pokemon card. So I thought that was pretty interesting. I thought that was something that was just a little hint. They were hinting at that hard. There's a couple things that were hinting at that. I'll get to that in a second. I just saw Alex in there, so this made me think of this. It's a guy, I won't say the name in case he doesn't want to be, but he said, Reverend Alex G and real Randy Chavez are brothers, right? Or is one posing as the other? I can't be the only one that sees this. Back me up, Veve fam, Veve community. So Alex having a little fun with this, just saying, so you're saying all Latinos look alike? And then the guy responds, that seems like a deflection, good sir. And then I respond that we are related only in spirit. There is no, I don't think, I'm from Peru. I think he's Mexican. I'm from Peru. I don't really know my family. I was adopted. I guess there's a greater than 0% chance, but I'm going to go with saying probably not. Outside of that, we did have some news from the Fish CEO, Brock McBlockchain. He was asked a question saying that people seem to like leaderboards, and Sid Fishes wants to know where he ranks in points. So Brock responds that leaderboards are already built in for the game, They'll be reset at certain points, like post-beta before public launch. There will also be global leaderboards and some event time-based leaderboards as well. He did have a space today that I haven't listened to yet. I am going to get him on the podcast again to go over that. Mr. Pags, my interview yesterday, he was very, very interested in features. Like, oh wait, so you get the mech suit, and I can't wait for it. I'm very, very excited. Speaking of whales, Mr. Pags and Brock McBlockchain, we had Kelly Veve Fox, aka at Rootless Girl, saying hashtag Veve whale watching. In the past 30 days, 2 of the 3 super whales, the ones that had 10,000 collectibles and above, have kept stacking, while 1 did not make any transactions. And you can see you can see it right here. These are the whales, and obviously one it seems like it was just, I doubt that's a bot account that has 14,000 collectibles in there. That's probably just a whale account that just happens to be in that gem investigation. They maybe got some bad gems, they put something up for sale. Because obviously these guys don't just purchase. They purchase a lot, but they also happen to sell a couple of things too. They sell a couple of things probably just to grow their collection. But I mean, God, to have not just 1,000, over 10,000 collectibles is absolutely bananas. And this is what I mean when we have collectibles or accounts with collectibles. I guarantee you that account that hasn't been able to make any purchases probably has a good 100,000 gems minimum, if not 1,000,000 gems just ready to go. I guarantee that account is probably waiting, probably just like, hey, I really want to use these gems and make some moves here, and they're not. In other news, I am going to get Shane Isaac on the podcast at some point. He is just very, very busy right now. And a couple other things to go over real quick. Oh, in case I haven't shown it, here's the Fish battle suits. That's a preview that we got. That's in beta from Brock. See a little Veve thing in the background. Speaking of Veve, we have a Doctor Strange drop in 2 days. You see that time stone in the Eye of Agamotto there. Oh, look at that in all its glory. That's something that I'm just noticing the swirls kind of look like a thumbprint or a fingerprint in general. They have heavily teased Star Wars, but I think they're going to give us this first, which technically isn't May. And I did want to show you guys something. What are the things it just needs to be looked at, and then I'll give my opinion afterwards.
They're definitely going to be AAA artists on board on this one.
Nice.
I'm very excited to get these one-of-ones. I know David is hoping to get them all, but can you catch them all, Dave? I don't know.
You can't say catch them all on these types of videos, man. You just can't. I mean, come on. Now my timeline is going to be a mess when you. It's a lot.
I guess I'm not even allowed to say May.
Oh yeah, well, great. I already said that back in January, so I'm already in trouble.
Yeah, well, May's coming next month, isn't it? So yeah,
I won't have to dodge the question much longer, will I?
Yeah.
So there was some speculation about Alex's last comment, and I'll get to Dan's in a second. Alex's last comment just going over and saying that I won't have to answer that question much longer. A lot of people were speculating like, oh, is that the When Pokemon? And, based on Dan's comment of can you catch them all, David? Like, oh my God. I think Alex's response to that whole in exchange that we saw there was about May and what's going to happen in May. May is a huge thing every month. Drop all your Justin Bieber memes. Not Justin Bieber, Justin Timberlake memes. I guess Justin Bieber memes if you want as well. Drop all your Justin Timberlake memes on Twitter, wherever. Tag me in it because it's going to be May very, very soon. And yeah, to break down Dan's comment real quick, you got to catch them all. Oh my God. Like if that is not teasing on the craziest level, I just don't know what is. I feel like Johnny Depp in that movie Once Upon a Time in Mexico saying, if that isn't interagency cooperation, I just don't know what is. I think that he said that after he's like all blind. Spoilers. If you haven't seen that movie, great trilogy. Anyway, moving on here to the thumbnail. You all know the meme. You all know the scene. I looked forward in time and saw 14,605 futures. How many of them did Veve have MTL, MCP, web platform, and OUP by the end of the year? And Dr. Strange just looks, saying just one. I selfishly would hope that... No, well, trying to think which one is better. Both are good. If you go and things are completed on time, under budget, that's great. That's the best thing for the health of the company. Like, the company's going to survive regardless of when they get this out, this year or next year. Obviously, most, if not all, of what they talked about is going to be rolled out this quarter. But if we kept getting delays and delays and delays, and we go and say, oh, yeah, Veve versus delayed till next year, if that happens and the price stays where it is, but we have OMI utility, geez, that is going to be absolutely bananas. And we would burn by the end of Q2 of next year, the circulating supply would be about cut in half. So that would be pretty legit. And one more piece of news. Binance US is thrilled to announce that they will list Immutable X. Deposits are open now. So it seems like everybody wants to try to list that coin because of the amazing platform that it has, the amazing people that are behind it, amazing people that make up Immutable X. And I think that is a telling sign of what the future will happen with OMI. I really do. Anyway, guys, that's it for me. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Comments are good for the YouTube algorithm. Everyone say bye-bye to Dashy. Bye-bye, Dashy. And everybody, please check out @HeyVadon and @KingMavsForever over on Twitter. Standoff Chart and King Mavs over on the Veve app. And you got Kobe Collection, Omi Player 1 over on the YouTube, RateX.ETH domain name. Kyle Willson, Wendy Stibalis, Veve Las Vegas, Taps Trades, Martin Davis, Legacy Bermuda, Sody Pop Media, The Gale, Veve Darklink, and Veve Vibes, all on the YouTube. Then you got @WetWizardVeve and Gary O @1234CA3, all on the Twitter. I love you guys. Bye. Meow, 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 meow.